I don't know how many of you guys are into military history or like looking into wars and stuff like that, but wars are often fought in phases. A lot of people think that war is just 24/7 intense fighting, but that's not always the case. There's often lulls in battle, quiet periods where things get kind of peaceful or they quiet down for a little while. Each side regroups, comes up with new plans. They replenish their ammo, what have you. And then one side will launch a new offensive or something along those lines. In fact, right now over in Ukraine, I think Russia recently just launched a new offensive over in Ukraine, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, I'm not here to talk about the war in Ukraine. I'm here to talk about Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf. And the reason I'm bringing up these wars and offensives and stuff like that is because I believe that Carmelo Anthony's team has just launched a new offensive against Austin Metcalf and his supporters. And the reason I'm calling it a new offensive, the reason why I'm comparing it to wars and stuff like that is because from the looks of it, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm really starting to notice that this is all by design, shall I say? Like, this is not just what's been happening lately. I do not think is just a series of unrelated events. Okay? I think this is a coordinated effort. Ever since Karmelo got indicted, I think there has been a coordinated effort to launch a new offensive to attack Austin Metcalf's family, to attack people supporting Austin Metcalf, and to somehow, some way, by any means necessary, get people back into this case, back donating to Carmelo Anthony's family again. It's because, the reason I feel this way is because Carmelo Anthony's family came out and they started asking for $1.4 million shortly after Carmelo was indicted. And then, like clockwork, the attacks started happening again. The rumors about Austin Metcalf and Austin Metcalf's family, and now even rumors about some of the people supporting Austin Metcalf, they have started again. Of course, the family, the father recently, I don't know if he's paying him or what, but it looks like he is. I guess Carmelo's father has recruited Charleston White to serve as their attack dog so he can go online and just say a bunch of crazy, outrageous things that Carmelo's family wants to say, but they know they can't. So they got Charleston White out here, which is a pretty big social media influencer. They got him out here attacking people, not just Austin's family, but of course he's attacking Sarah Fields, the journalist that has been revealing a lot of this information and dug up a lot of information on Carmelo's spokesperson and stuff like that. But also they got these TikTokers that have been doing live streams, bringing in someone pretending to be Austin's dad. And during the live streams, he says the N-word and he calls random women the N-word and all types of stuff like that. And they've been trying to use that as evidence. Like, hey, see, we told you Austin's family is racist. We told you Austin is racist. Please donate more money to Carmelo's family. And mind you, all of this is just happening at once. We went through a lull in battle where everything was quiet. And I told you guys it was a little too quiet. I told you guys that they were getting ready, that they were just sitting silently for a while. And they've done this over the course of the last couple of months. It's like they launched their attacks in waves. There was a period about a month or so after this case after this story broke, where things got quiet, and then out of nowhere, Dominique Alexander came out and started doing interviews and podcasts, stirring the pot again. And now here we are once again. They've launched a new offensive, a new wave in this war that they're waging against Austin Metcalf's family and his supporters. They got the people out here spreading fake information and impersonating Austin Metcalf's family and father. They got Charleston White out here attacking people. And now they are also swatting Austin's family again. They swatted his mother last week, and they swatted his father last week. Well, now, from what I'm hearing, Jeff Metcalf was swatted again last night. And I'm not sure when you'll be watching this video, but at the time of this uploading, last night, Jeff Metcalf, Austin's father, once again swatted. Once again swatted in what I believe is a new offensive, a new wave of attacks against Austin's family and his supporters. And like I said, when I look at this and I see how things are happening, as I always tell you, pay attention to the timing of things, right? All of this stuff is happening too closely together. It all seems coordinated. It's not natural. This is a coordinated wave of attacks on Austin's family and supporters, and a coordinated wave of new misinformation that they're spreading out there, hoping that it inspires people to donate money to Karmelo. Because Karmelo's family knows that trial is like a year away. We got the official date. It's going to be June 1st, 2026. But that's a long ways away. So Karmelo's family knows that they can't personally do it, but they can bring in people like Charleston White to spread whatever misinformation they can for the next year. Facts don't matter to these people. They'll just spread whatever lies they can for the next year, hoping that it will raise as much money as possible. Because the facts in this case aren't helping them raise money. If they could just simply raise money off the honest truth and facts of this case, they wouldn't need to bring in people like Charleston White. They wouldn't need to bring in people like Dominique Alexander. And here is one of their big issues, and I'm going to make a separate video about this. But if you listen to the stories that Charleston White is telling, and you listen to what Dominique Alexander originally said about this case, the two are not aligning with each other. Okay? The two are not aligning with each other at all. So I think that Karmelo's family may have shot themselves in the foot because they kind of got two different narratives out here about what happened with their son. A narrative that was told to us by Dominique Alexander, and now all of these different new narratives that are coming from Charleston White. But I guess the original narrative spinner was Karmelo's father. So it's really interesting to watch this play out. I would really like to see if Dominique Alexander and Charleston White ever interact with each other. I would really like to see that. But for now, we still have Austin's father getting swatted every time you turn your head. It's like, oh, Austin's father was swatted again. Austin's father was swatted again. You don't see him out here really complaining about it. You don't see him out here going on the news. You don't see him hiring a spokesperson. You don't see him doing hella press conferences. You don't see him doing any of that. Yet we constantly have to hear about how Karmelo's family is the victim. Oh my God, they're such victims. Everything bad is happening to them. Nothing's happening to Karmelo's family. They haven't been swatted once. Yet Jeff Metcalf, I kind of lost count. Please forgive me. I think this is number 6, maybe 7. And like I said, all of this is coming in one big wave of just new BS that they are just throwing at Austin's family, and like I said, his supporters as well. So I thought that maybe we could wind down on this story a little bit because trial is a ways away. I was hoping that things would quiet down for Austin's family's sake, but that's not happening. That's not happening. And if Karmelo's supporters aren't going to quiet down, and they're going to start bringing in people like Charleston White and who God knows what else they have up their sleeve, then it's important for people like me to continue staying here covering this story and standing up against all of this nonsense that they're spreading. But for now, I want to hear from you guys down in the comments below. What do you think is going on here? What do you think is coming next? Let's brainstorm down in the comments below. While you're down there, though, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all very soon in the next video.